So, you finally got your motorcycle license. The wind in your face, the roar of the engine, the thrill of two wheels. It's all waiting for you. Let me break something to you gently. Just because you can ride doesn't mean you should ride like an absolute goblin on wheels. Riding isn't just about speed and style, it's also about manners. Because believe it or not, there's an entire unofficial rule book called Courtesy Riding 101. And if you're new to the world of motorcycling, you might want to sit down, grab a coffee, and pay attention. Because these 10 habits will save your pride, your bike, and probably your collarbone. Let's count them down. Number 10, don't rev your engine like you're summoning a demon. Ah, yes, the sacred ritual of the red light rev. You've got your shiny new bike, and she sounds like a caffeinated lion. It's tempting to give that throttle a twist just to hear her growl. I mean, what's the point of having 600 cc's of fury if no one hears it, right? Wrong. Revving at a red light doesn't make you look cool. It makes you look like you've mistaken a traffic intersection for the Daytona 500. People don't think, wow, that guy's awesome. They think, wow, that guy probably still lives with his mom and names his motorcycle Valkyrie. True story. I once saw a dude rev so loud at a stoplight, a pigeon fell off a lamppost and hit his helmet. Armor flaps fast. Here's the secret sauce of true bike respect. Quiet confidence. Be the rider who doesn't need to shout to be seen. The one who rolls up smooth, engine purring, radiating calm power. To learn more nods, more respect, and fewer startled squirrels. Bonus tip, save the roar for the open road. The only thing you should be flexing at a red light is your patience. There's a sacred, slightly awkward ritual among bikers that says, hey, I see you. I feel your bug-covered face shield and your existential dread during traffic. The biker wave, that chill two-fingered salute down by the thigh. Think of it as Morse code for, we've both flirted with death and paid too much for aftermarket parts. Now, you pass another rider and you don't wave? Oh man, you've just committed biker blasphemy. It's like walking past your coworker in an empty hallway and pretending you didn't see him. Cold. Just cold. Of course, safety comes first. If you're wrestling with handlebars, potholes, or trying to figure out why your GPS thinks you're in a lake, skip it. But when you can, wave. It's small and it's humble, but it means everything. I once tossed a wave to a guy on a Harley. He waved back so hard he launched his glove into oncoming traffic. Did I stop? No. We were doing 60 and I'm not Spider-Man. But somewhere out there, a gloveless legend still rides, and I salute him every time I gear up. Wave on, road warrior. Wave on. Number 8, don't tailgate. You're not a shadow. Look, I get it. You're on a sleek machine that could probably stop on a dime and do a backflip. But here's the reality check. You're not Batman, and your bike isn't magic. Riding 3 feet off someone's bumper doesn't make you fast. It makes you a rolling liability. Tailgating is the fastest way to turn your beautiful motorcycle into modern art on someone's rear windshield. Also, you know what happens when you ride too close? The car in front suddenly morphs into a nervous squirrel. They start twitching, tapping their brakes, swerving, and boom, chaos ensues. It's like inviting everyone to a crash party you didn't RSVP for. Let's be honest, riding that close, it's just creepy. The driver can feel your presence. It's like being stalked by a helmeted ghost with exhaust fumes. I once saw a newbie tailgate a delivery van so closely he missed a rogue pizza that flew off the back, straight to the chest, knocked him clean off balance. He's fine, but the pizza didn't survive. Moral of the story, give space, stay back, ride like you respect the road and everyone else on it. Number 7, don't lane split like a psycho, unless it's legal and safe. Ah, lane splitting. The move that divides riders faster than pineapple on pizza. Some swear by it, some swear at it. But wherever you stand, one thing's universal. Don't do it like an absolute lunatic. Yes, it's legal in some places. Yes, it can be a lifesaver in gridlock, but lane splitting isn't a license to cosplay as a rocket-propelled mosquito, zooming between cars at 60 miles an hour while drivers are scrolling TikTok. That's not brave, that's begging for a body cast. The right way, slow, steady, and surgical. If you can't make eye contact with the driver in the next lane, assume they don't see you. Because spoiler alert, they probably don't. When you appear out of nowhere like a caffeinated ninja, they'll react like they saw a ghost. Badly. In my city, we had a guy known as Lane Split Larry. He was fast. Too fast. One day he clipped a mirror during rush hour and full-on belly flopped onto a Civic. The hood still has the imprint of his dignity. Moral of the story, split lanes only if it's legal and you're not auditioning for an action movie. You're a rider, not a missile. Number 6, use your indicators. You are not a psychic. Unless you've got telepathic powers and forgot to mention it, no one knows where you're going. Swerving into a new lane without signaling doesn't make you mysterious. It makes you mildly terrifying. People behind you shouldn't have to play Sherlock Holmes to figure out your next move. Think of your indicators like polite conversation. Excuse me, just sliding into this lane real quick. Not using them? That's like shoving somebody aside in a grocery line and expecting a high five. Indicators do more than prevent accidents. They earn respect. You become the rider others trust, not the one they talk about during their insurance claims. I once rode behind a guy who refused to use his signals the entire trip. I felt like I was watching a plot twist every 5 seconds. Left, right, straight. Number 5, don't park like a jerk. You're on a motorcycle, not a monster truck. So why are you parked like you're hauling furniture in a minivan? Look, one of the best perks of riding a bike is being able to slip into those cute little parking spots and smugly walk away while car drivers circle the lot like sharks. But with great compactness comes great responsibility. Rule 1, don't take up 2 car spots. You're not that important. Your bike isn't a Bentley. Park like a civilized human. If there's a designated motorcycle zone, use it. If you're the first one to park, don't hog the whole thing like you're marking territory. This isn't a urinal. I once saw a guy wedge his bike sideways between 2 parked scooters. It was like watching someone parallel park a jet ski at a bus stop. It took him 5 minutes. The rage radiating from the scooter owners was palpable. And don't block sidewalks. People walk there. Some even walk with coffee. Spilled coffee equals war. Bonus tip: good parking earns silent respect. Bad parking earns mystery key scratches and group chats with your license plate in it. Choose your legacy wisely. Number 4, don't blind people with your high beams. High beams are like hot sauce: powerful, useful, and absolutely awful when misused. Yes, they help you see better, but they also turn oncoming drivers into squinting mole people, butting their steering wheels and praying not to hit a mailbox. There's nothing noble about searing someone's retinas at 10 p.m. on a 2-lane road. It's not a power move, it's just obnoxious. Proper beam etiquette is simple. If you see headlights approaching, dip them. If you're behind someone, don't laser their mirrors like you're interrogating them for secrets. Your goal is visibility, not turning the highway into an optometrist's nightmare. I once rode behind a guy who left his high beam on in bumper-to-bumper traffic. The guy in front stuck his head out the window and started doing Morse code with his fingers, probably cursing in 3 languages. Eventually, he changed lanes just to get away from the spotlight interrogation. Can't blame him. Night riding already feels like dodging raccoons in a dark arcade game. Don't add accidental blindness to the list. Be bright, not blinding. You're a motorcyclist, not a lighthouse. Number 3, respect group ride etiquette. Your first group ride. The camaraderie, the synchronized revs, the shared love of windburn and questionable gas station snacks. It's like joining a motorcycle gang, minus the tattoos and criminal records, most of the time. But before you rev up like it's your audition for Two-Wheel Thunderlords, here's the golden rule: don't be that guy. That guy shows up late, doesn't fuel up, and then rides like he's dodging sniper fire. He weaves through his friends, pops wheelies next to minivans, and brakes suddenly because that mountain looks spiritual. Don't be him. In a group, ride staggered. One rider to the left of the lane, one to the right, like biker chess. Use hand signals. Stay alert. It's a formation, not a free-for-all. Once I saw a newbie blast to the front of a group ride because he wanted a better view. He nearly took out the ride leader's mirror and wasn't invited back, ever. The tacos still slapped, though. Group rides aren't a time to flex. They're a time to connect. Ride smooth, respect the line, and remember, nobody ever bonded over someone's burnout fail. Number 2, don't be the loud pipe guy or girl. Yes, the old loud pipes save lives mantra. And sure, there's some truth to that. Being heard can help you be seen, but there's a fine line between audible for safety and sounds like you're trying to detonate downtown. If your exhaust could double as a thunderstorm sound effect in a horror movie, congratulations. You're officially that guy. You know, the one who wakes up the whole neighborhood at 6 a.m. and gives toddlers lifelong trust issues with motorbikes. I watched a kid cover his ears and cry as a Harley blared past his stroller like it was shot from a cannon. The mom, she didn't glare. She hexed the rider with this kind of rage only sleep-deprived parents possess. Let's be real, riding loud doesn't make you a rebel. It makes you a rolling noise complaint, and if your bike's decibel level causes car alarms to weep, maybe dial it back a smidge. You can ride proud without sounding like a drag strip explosion. Save lives, sure, but also save eardrums, and dogs, and your social karma. Because trust me, nobody wants to see your name trending on Nextdoor. Number 1, don't be a know-it-all, even if you kinda do. Finally, we arrive at the holy grail of courtesy: humility. New riders, this one's big. You're going to meet older riders, riders who've seen things, riders with beards that can qualify for their own zip code, and some of them will offer advice. Take it. Even if you watch 300 hours of moto vlogs, there's always something to learn. And sometimes the best way to earn respect is to just listen, nod, and say, "Thanks, man, I didn't know that." Being humble not only makes you safer, it makes you someone people want to ride with. And isn't that what it's all about? Community, courtesy, and a shared love for the road. So there you have it. 10 courtesy habits every new rider should master before they try to impress the world with wheelies and wild stories. If you follow these, you'll not only ride longer, you'll ride better. Maybe, just maybe, the next time an old-timer sees you on the road, they'll nod with a look that says, "Yep, that one's got it." Stay safe, be kind, and ride like someone's grandma's watching, because honestly, she probably is. Catch you on the next one, and remember, cool is courteous.